Good morning, everyone. Today is a very special day. We are celebrating the International Women's Day with our special Miss Varshitha Reddy, founder of Vivalyf Innovation Private Limited, and she is also a proud alumni of our institution as well as an incubation center. This program, we are going to have a panel discussion between our faculty coordinator, Dr. J. Arun Kumar, and Ms. Varshitha Reddy. So it is over to you, sir.
Hi Varshitha, very good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It was really a pleasure for us to interact with you again and again. And every time we interact with you, the interaction will be very new to us also as an incubator. And it is also a proud moment that, the kind of theme that we are celebrating, that is gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. So we really proud that you showed up well, and you had the competitive spirit, and then you started a venture, and you keep on pushing your limits to almost everything. And then you had your very own startup, and it is successful. We all know that, and we all pray that it should be sustainable for tomorrow. So with this, let me start with the questions. We expect as usual, with your kind of experience and in the real world, and it would be really a great help for students, those who want to pursue their career in entrepreneurship. So the first question is do you think that gender equality is there today for the sustainable future? Maybe the first question is itself a theme. So you're there in outside our because we know that in campus we do promote women entrepreneurship. In campus you're so protected by your friends and your faculty are there. But when you first time when you reach outside and when you present it and to the different forums, and then when you network, so the first question is, do you think that gender equality is there today? That is important, like today, for a sustainable future.
Yes, exactly. It is. I strongly believe that there is no such thing called women entrepreneurship or men entrepreneurship, women kind of work or men kind of work. It depends on the work you wanted to do, you wish to do, and how the work gonna make change in tomorrow's future. There is nothing that only women should do these kind of works and only men should do these kind of works. There is no gender based thing right now, as people always say that you'll be an average of the 5 people you get to hang out, right? So I proudly say that most of the people I hang out with are men. Even my co-founder is a man, right? There is no such thing, but we keep ourselves a boundaries, like you are a woman, you only need to involve in this stuff. They say that women are good in only organizing things, but men are good at networking. Nothing like that. So there are equal kind of works where I can do. For example, let's take myself as an example. I'm very good at networking, but I'm very typically bad at organizing stuff, where my co-founder does organizing stuff in a good way. Yeah. But I don't think, only saying that women entrepreneurs are the front side of nation and kind of stuff. It involves with the two brains. No matter it's a women or men, or it can be both the women or both the men. It kindly demands the brain and the knowledge what others have. It doesn't mean like you need to have only this gender to hang out on. Only if you work with this gender, you will get a success and all. So, yeah, that's what my answer is. Both the genders are very important in the nation building and the sustainability. Maybe one can create, maybe one gender can create, but it requires the help of other gender to have the sustainability and continue it.
So very nice answer, Varshitha, because you clearly stated that in the first question itself, like, you break the stereotype that women is good at these things and men is good at these things. It is not, right? Every individual have some strength and weakness. So find your strength and then play on it. It's a excellent answer.
Like, while taking even education itself, people say, as a woman, you need to take computer engineering, or as a man, you need to go to mechanical. But recently, I have came through, while I was traveling on my way back from Nagpur to Bangalore. So I met a women pilot. So luckily she recognized me because of Shark Tank. But, I was talking to her regarding her experience as women pilot. And the stereotype,
Wow.
how exactly the people reacted when she wanted to become the pilot. Entrepreneurship, anyone can start, but standing out for the nation and coming to aviation is the toughest part for them, right? So yeah, she told the truth that even right now her family doesn't accept her, but her husband is the very best backbone of her in order to encourage and make her dreams come true. Even that point explains how important the opposite gender to have in your life. It's not about only the women ruling the world or conquering it.
Yes, obviously, yes. So I think every day I think it will be challenging for you once people knows you, right? And when they sometime they doesn't know that they are doing really great in their field, and they think like others are doing great or something like that. So as you said, correct, family support is also one of the main thing that is need of the hour. Not today, need of the hour. That is really important. Yeah. Okay, we'll jump into the kind of next question, because we are hopping here and there. So from proof of concept, that is, you had your idea to do something, and not ideas, you might have different ideas, right? So from proof of concept to MVP, that is minimal viable product, to prototype. So is there any kind of like you felt that priorities changed from all these aspects? Like you have certain priorities when you want to make a proof of concept and MVP and a prototype. So from when you started first, like very beginning of proof of concept to till now, you are into the marketing and into the scale up. So priorities, what do you think, like it should be changed frequently, or is it okay to change frequently, or on what basis that we have to change the priorities? What do you think from your side?
So for me, I don't say it as priority, but I would love to say it as perspective, to be frank. As a innovators, we'll have 1,000 solutions, what we're going to exactly provide. Even when I was initially started, I thought I need to make a wearable. But the first thing you need to do when you start is you need to talk to people, the original customers, whom you exactly, gonna provide this solution for. They'll tell you how exactly they want it. So I used to meet a lot of people, keep talking on to them. But customers never say they need only this. They, hop up with different kind of solutions they need for a single problem, which they don't even deserve. But they want it. The thing is, at initial point of time, when you have the idea or technology in your mind, you will have 1,000 things you wish to provide to a customer where they are not in a need of that. But when you develop POC eventually, and after developing of POC, you need to talk to few customers, like just give them a test trial or kind of stuff. Then they'll come up with like, why are you providing me this? I'm not even in a need of that. Then you will be rechanging it again. So the thing is, initially, rather than building a product and then going to customers, build a hypothesis, then go to customers, then talk to them regarding that. Let's imagine I'm building a cooler for fan, but no one requires that, right? Why would a fan require cooler?
Yes.
As a customer point of view, I'll never require that. But what if I build something cool into the battery system or something? I don't even want to ask customer. I can proudly say that, okay, this is the percentage of EVs, this is kind of accidents are happening. So I'm coming up with this solution. So while you shift from stage to stage, the POC to prototype, prototype to MVP, the moment you shift from stage to stage, you need to talk different kind of customers with different geographic levels. For this kind of geographic levels, maybe this solution matters a lot, but for the another kind of geographic levels, it doesn't even matter. I can't just sell sweater in Rajasthan, but I can do it in the Delhi or southern India's, right? So even there is a need, but there will be no requirement. You need to, just do justice for both.
Yes.
So talking to people will definitely give you wide range of perspective. I don't say it as priority, it's a perspective. The innovator's perspective is different. The coder's perspective is different. The designer's perspective is different. But when it comes to customer, they only have one single perspective. All they need is the solution for their problem.
Yes.
They doesn't need what are the technical aspects are using. They doesn't need what material you have built the device with. They even doesn't need whatever it is. All they need is the usability. How comfortable I am to use that, right? So definitely changing it is a very good thing, rather than sticking it to one. I have found few people who are so obsessed with their product, they don't want to change their technology, and they have did their market launch too. But what happens next? No one will buy, because the product was developed as per your vision, not as per what customer exactly need. So changing it is completely fine. It gives you, further insights on how exactly your product want to get into market, how exactly they need it as a product, rather than how you provide it as a product.
That's great. That's I think excellent answer regarding how we have to set the priorities. And even you answered a little bit extra for my next question too. So I think the question paper is leaked.
No, not at all.
So the next question is like, how do you decide, where to establish your company? Like, when it comes to entrepreneurship, the first thing advice that established companies will give is think global. So when it comes to even national level, like, all across the country, now how do you decide, like, okay, I can set up my base in Hyderabad? When it comes to scale up, okay, whether Pune is good for me or something like that. So what are the factors do you think that for a startup, they can choose the metros or something like that? Maybe from your perception, because every startup has different perceptions based on the raw material and the scale up process, all funding, a lot of factors are there. But still, from your perception, what do you think, like, when it comes to Hyderabad or Chennai, what do you think? And why do you have to take the particular metro or something like that?
So the first parameters I took was one, the problem. The problem, it says it all, right? Who are your customers? Where are your customers exactly from? But you need to make sure that where are your most of the customers from?
Okay.
For example, let's take, if we take Chennai has completely became SaaS based, right? In case of Pune is completely regarding the pharmaceutical. But when it comes to Hyderabad, it became the Silicon Valley for science. So I can proudly say that the reason I shifted to Hyderabad is, the booming science revolution over there. We have Genome Valley cluster over there. Like we have most of the people suffering from diabetes from Hyderabad, especially from South India, to be frank, due to the lifestyle we have, the food we eat. We are more prone to diabetes rather than the North Indians, right? The smoking, the alcohol, whatever the habits we have. One, we took the problem, and second one we took where are most of the customers come from, and the exact place, where we can get improvised our product. It's not about we can't improvise our product in Chennai, but the thing is, for example, if I'm building an app for healthcare, I could have stayed in Chennai because Chennai is a booming sector in SaaS.
Okay.
But when it comes to Hyderabad, it is a booming sector in the medical device, the molecule building, the drug discovery, the pharma, and everything. So that's one particular reason which says even the demographics. Make sure where you can get much support.
Fine.
Yes.
Great. So, and next question is, what is the advice that you're going to give to students who really want to try to become an entrepreneur? Okay, there are a set of students like, okay, this is good, and I want to choose this path, something like that. And particularly, what is the advice that you want to give, say, like not to do? Hey, students, you want to become an entrepreneur? This is what you should not do at the very beginning.
So, to be frank, entrepreneurship is not an alternative for your campus placements. So never take entrepreneurship like, I don't want this job, now I'll start building. I don't want 9 to 5 work, I'll start building something. Even in starting, even I thought that I don't want to do 9 to 5 job. I don't want to listen to some higher authorities, advising me to do that or this. Never take entrepreneurship in that way. Here you need to work for the 24 hours. Rather than you feel the 9 to 5 job is very better than taking entrepreneurship. Never do that. And take entrepreneurship only when you are ready to take risks. So every day in an entrepreneurship is a very riskier, and every day has its own importance. A new way of learning things. You need to learn things much in an effective way. Arun, sir, we lost you, I guess.
Yes, we lost Arun, sir.
Yeah.
He's joining.
Yeah, I think Varshitha has just connected.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the answer you told to the students, definitely they're gonna listen, and because even I am going to listen in the recorded session.
And one more thing is, never take entrepreneurship when you are not ready to learn.
Yes.
When you are not ready to talk to people, when you are not ready to learn new things. If you don't have all these qualities, never ever go to entrepreneurship.
Yes, I do agree with you, Varshitha, because when students are raising their hand for how many students are interested towards entrepreneurship, maybe in the class of 40, around 5 to 7 students, they will raise their hands, and others they won't. But the thing is, the entrepreneurial thought process and the skill set which is needed to become an entrepreneur is a very common perceptions for those who want to go for a job too. Because all these things, qualities, everything, traits, everything is like common for both of them. So they should not think that this is another line and this is, I'm going to for a job or something like that. Because in job, what they expect is the entrepreneurial mindset. So the mindset is first important, and execution, it's different level. Like you want to go for a job, no problem, you go for a job. But just this qualities that you should one should possess is as a student is common for both, I think so.
Yes, sir.
That's really great that you said that. And then one thing that we need to keenly look for is you're having employees in your startup.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first question is like, how did you choose the first employee for your startup? So
Okay.
what do you think? Like, that this is a skill set that I needed, or specifically, the niche area that particular person has to know about, or the values. A lot of things are there with with HR, right? HR has a lot of things. So what are the aspects that you keenly focused on your first employee?
One, obviously the skill set, but it's only till the certain point of time. It's not about you exactly need the skill set. So the one and only quality look in people is, apart from the skill set, the one and only quality I look in the people is the willingness to learn. So I'm very happy to say that I rejected nearly 72 applications in order to select one person.
Wow.
I was interviewing different kinds of persons. People say that, one, I left my previous job, I need a job right now. The second one comes and say that I just need a job, I just had my good grades in my college, I just need to improvise them and prove them, like all my skill set above provided are true, I just need some salary. The third one, except he only comes for the, he or she only comes for the salary. So no one ever told that I wanted to learn something along with you or grow with you together, because at this point of time, I'm not, well-grown company. If I was a well-grown company, then I can take some employee just for in case of paying purpose, right? I just need to get my work done. I just can pay him some 20,000 or 30,000. But when it comes to startup, we always expect the one who is coming, it's like a family, right? You will start growing together. It's not that you have well grown and the new one is new one in the company. You never treat them as such a way. So what we expected at this stage particularly, is for the someone who is willing to learn and travel together with us,
Yes.
align with our vision, mission, values. If I'm running for 24 hours, he or she at least, willing to do it for 20 hours, right? No matter what I provide to them, but the way we treat them is also important, and the way they are willing to learn from us.
Yes.
So,
Really agree with you, Varshitha, because now I think if you take the 10 years back, and there is like, the students are very keen at going to job towards an MNC companies, and instead now the pace is slowly changing, that there are students, those who really want to work on, the startups and then learn and grow. And the small companies and startups, they do want to learn and grow, because MNCs, they're going to direct jobs, right? This is the project, hey, you have to complete in this period. But if you work in a small company and you share work, you analyze the strength and weakness, and then that particular part you will be focusing on. You have different roles of jobs that also will be possible in startups. So that's really great that you said it in that way.
For example, let's take recently we hired an employee, right? Recently we are expanding our team. We just expanded one more team. He was preparing for his CA. He's writing his CA exams. But whatever he wanted to do is, he wanted to learn the strategic planning. He wanted to learn the marketing. He deals with finance, which I need not to teach to him specially. He do all those stuff, but he's interested in learning the technology part, the coding part, and everything. Apart from being a CA, he shows interest in, he just completes his work so fast. Mostly we'll allot the financial work to him, but he'll get things done so fast, and then he'll come sit with me. Why can't you teach me this, Varshitha? I'm just willing to learn. I was like, I'll be super excited, right? That's what you exactly require, sharing your knowledge to people, learning from them. To be frank, I'm too far.
Sorry to interrupt, Varshitha, because when you say like these people really want to learn, we do feel like, when you want to learn and when you ask too many questions, even the teacher want to learn.
We learn a lot. Yes.
That's amazing. Like, yeah. You can continue. Varshitha.
Yes. Even like I'm too far to numbers, but now I'm putting the financial plans for the next 5 years, which are acceptable by the VCs.
Wow.
So that's how entrepreneurship teaches you everything. I'm very good at research and development. I completely agree for that. But when it comes to numbers, I'll be like, no, I'm not coming to this part. This is not my part, right? That's what entrepreneurship teaches you. No matter from what background you are, you will be a full-fledged one.
Yeah. Great. And next question is like, we have, you are also very familiar with the Vadvani model and all the worksheets that we used to give, and you have overcome like many business plans, I hope so, like from the, when you start your very own startup. And you might have heard about a lot of marketing types, all the theories, right? And
Yes.
we used to discuss a lot and used to know about a lot. What strategies that you first opt for, to when it comes to, hey, my prototype is ready and I want to just market my idea, that is your idea. So what is the first strategy you want to reach it to market?
At first, once my prototype is done and my clinical trials are done, and someone, from clinical trial says you're good to go, the first thing is I'll select a set of people, I'll just give my product for free.
Yes.
Let them test for 1 month, no matter it is 1 month or 2 months, let them take on their time. I'll just receive feedback. The first thing I would love to opt is the word of mouth. The second one, regarding my product, as I'm dealing with the medical grade product, I'll definitely go to doctor affiliations, because we Indians strongly believe whatever the doctors say, apart from what the ads show or what the ratings are, what the comments, reviews are. So the second thing I'm going to opt with is the, doctor affiliations. And the third thing, definitely the digital marketing. Nowadays, more than 51% of people are getting everything through the digital marketing. They started researching, for example, let me take, like, if I'm seeing one ad in Facebook and it just sounds attractive to me, what I do, I just definitely Google that, right? So nowadays, most of the people are doing that. The third one I would love to, apt is digital marketing technique. That plays a very key role nowadays.
Yes. So, and one thing, like when you said about digital marketing, and people sometimes misunderstood with social marketing and digital marketing. What is your take on that?
So social
like
media,
they think, like, promoting a product in the social media is the only way of digital marketing. Or they're like,
it's completely false. Actually, that's a myth.
Yes.
Social media marketing is what you do in your social media pages like LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook, and all. There are different kind of digital advertisements. For example, you are watching Vijay TV, right? You'll get that Line Honey Wala ad. This is also comes under the digital advertisement. This is what exactly called as digital marketing. Something we do in our social media pages is always a social media marketing. For example, while you are reading something in Wikipedia and all of a sudden you get ad, right? It is also a digital marketing. It never comes under the social media. So there is a lot of difference between both of them. Never get confused. Digital marketing means that marketing in Instagram or Facebook kind of.
So very good, Varshitha. And what is the kind of support that you felt that in while you're doing your UG here? Like, this is great. This has had something changed my mind. Okay, and towards our entire university and the university incubator. What do you think that, and AKC? So what do you think?
I have mentioned it a lot of times, right? The Smart India Hackathon has changed my life completely. So I used to go to competitions. Obviously, I used to be a lot more open. I used to participate in stuff, as Arun sir knows.
Yes, because others has to know. Varshitha, we lost you. Varshitha? Varshitha, can you reconnect?
Sir, you are in mute, sir.
Oh, fine. Hi, students. 2 minutes. Varshitha will be joining in. She has some technical issues. So she's one of our success stories in our university incubator, and our university is really proud to have her as an alumni entrepreneur, because she started her career in the DST NewGen, MGR DST NewGen IEDC, and then later she got scale-up funding in Nidhi Prayas scheme, and seed support scheme. And then she also featured her innovation in the Shark Tanks, and she got a good offer too. So she got a lot of funding opportunities, and to scale up with. Everything won't happen overnight. Her skill set is like, from the very beginning, right from her academics to non-academics, she is really great in doing things. Hi Varshitha, we lost you for a while.
Sorry, some network glitch has happened.
Yeah, it's okay. So can I go to the next question?
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Varshitha, we are hearing some things, and when you go to the field, it will be totally different. So what do you think, there is a word that women entrepreneurship, a lot of schemes are there. How many number of schemes are there? Did you explore like that? They will be asking, we do explore some of the schemes for our incubating, a lot of Annapurna schemes they are telling, and then Mahila schemes, bank loans which is available for lesser interest and without surety, and Mudra Yojana scheme, and then Vikas Yojana scheme. Lot of starts from the lakh rupee to it goes up to 20C. So what do you think that, did you really explore the boundaries, or right now you're just focusing on the grants, and then when you launch your product, you might have think about the loans and other things, like maybe the expansion, or did you just had a go through about these schemes which is available for women entrepreneurs?
I'm feeling very bad for myself that I haven't even known that these schemes really exist.
Oh God. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I was from starting. I was concentrating only regarding the government grants, but I never thought like all these schemes even exist. But I would definitely love to take them under consideration. So
Definitely.
one scheme I have gone through is DPIIT.
Okay.
It's not regarding the women entrepreneurship or something. It's for everyone. DPIIT gives you 4 years tax holiday, right? You need not to pay taxes for 4 years. The selective years within the 10 years of your DPIIT registration. So that one scheme. And Startup India Seed Fund scheme. So if you're getting a grant, 20 lakhs, you need not to pay anything back. But if you're getting the OCD form, optional convertible debt. So if you are getting that, you need to only pay the interest of 3.5%, which is far more, very less than what other banks give you as a loan. Even the Bank of Baroda is giving a loan for women entrepreneurs for 8%. Even ICICI has come up with the same scheme. Nowadays, even SBI is coming up with the same scheme with a less interest rate. But I'm happy that there has been a lot of growth even in the financial sector, and at least they are considering entrepreneurship as a profession.
Yes.
Moreover, before it was like, beta, you need to become an IAS, you need to become a doctor, you need to become an engineer kind. But at least now parents are accepting that entrepreneurship, is a true fact, that it is also a profession where you can earn. It's not about only earning money, but the knowledge, the respect, whatever you wish to earn.
Yes. Very nice answer, Varshitha. You said that you will explore the boundaries and find out what is all about this loan process too, because sometimes if you want to expand your horizons, you want to go global, or you want to go national first,
Yes.
complete, you want to cover all the metros. So what is the funding options? Do check about the schemes. And next question is, when you start presenting your idea to a jury panel within the college, and then when you start presenting for the Nidhi Praya scheme, seed support scheme, even to the Shark Tank, we'll come to the special question for the Shark Tanks. So what do you feel like, kind of preparedness you want to prepare? Like, is there any change in the preparedness, or it is common, but a deep dive is important? What do you think, to answering to the juries, what is a kind of preparedness? Not for, as you said earlier, not for women entrepreneur or men entrepreneur.
Yes.
But for entrepreneurs, what is your take? Like, this is a level of preparedness you should have when you meet the juries. What is that secret essence?
Yes. For example, let's start with the college part, right? When I'm presenting something in college, the jury panel knows me at least through someone. Like, for example, if I'm presenting in front of Rama ma'am, Arun sir or Rizwan sir could have given a brief introduction about myself to Rama ma'am, so that there are higher chances that I can easily convince her. Because the same persons will give the same introduction of her to me, right? So basically, you understand each other in terms of introduction. You at least know each other. There are higher chances of convincing her when you have the very perfect presentation. I cannot say like you need to have the 10 by 10 presentation skills or something like that. At least a perfect presentation which you need to present in front of her. But whenever you are presenting outside, you doesn't know people. People doesn't know about you. No matter you're a gold medalist or whatever it may be, it doesn't matter to them, right? Your presentation represents your future, your vision, your mission, everything. It's not just you're presenting one product for this amount of money. You, the presenter, it's not more than a pitch deck. Of course, pitch deck shows the technical part of the problem or the solution, but the presenter, as you presenting, explains the whole future of your company. People usually trust people, not the paper or the just online pitch deck you give. It's only for the reference. So, rather than decorating your pitch deck, make yourself confident before pitching anything. Confidently tell them that. Never, argue with the competition. Yes, people will come up and say that you have a number of competitors. Tell them that, yes, I have them, but whatever I'm making is at least 20 to 30% different from them, right? Whatever they couldn't able to provide, I'm providing that. I'm tapping that untapped market which they haven't come into.
Yes.
So agree the stuff, then argue how you are different. There is no matter, in just arguing that, saying that I'm completely different and all. So, make yourself confident. It's not your pitch deck gonna say, it's not our content you gonna give, say that, your company is best, your product is best. Make yourself best, represent yourself as best to them, make them to trust you, then go ahead.
Great. Very nice answer, Varshitha. I love it. So, you as earlier question, when you present within among the college and the people, other department students also knows about you, and other department faculty knows about you when they are coming for the mentor meet and other thing, and the campus knows about you, and when you present to the jury panel in the next TBIs, technology business incubators, they knows about you. And finally, when you're there in Shark Tank, anonymous people knows about you, right? Everyone who's just listen, maybe not in the entrepreneurship, maybe the families and friends, and apart from them, like you said, a pilot recognize you. And how do you feel it, like, when an anonymous person recognize you, and then, hey, you are Varshitha, right? Or something, some kind of questions will be there. And what is a moment that, you think that how important this kind of event to Shark Tanks?
So, yes, sir. Shark Tank was one great experience we had in our life till now. And as I said, both the product and you represent your company, right? People remember my product as non-invasive glucometer because they just doesn't want to prick or doesn't want to have pain. People remember me as the founder of that. The two things will happen, one your product and one you. So it can be, the feelings are of also two types. One, the emotional, and second one is extremely embarrassing. So one, of course, yeah, I used to receive a lot of phone calls, the post Shark Tank episode, that before diabetes, diabetes was a taboo. To be frank, people never say that they're diabetic because others think awkward about them. They feel disgusting. They feel embarrassed. But now,
Absolutely correct.
post this episode, people started calling me, and they also started sharing their own stories. They used to write to me how they suffered with diabetes, but they never had courage to, come out or get out of this kind of stuff. Listening to that part, that would be fine. And when you go out for your personal peace and all of people suddenly start recognizing you over there, that would be so embarrassing. People will never even leave you to eat your favorite food in the restaurants. That's one kind of embarrassing moment I found recently. So I was
Oh,
out for my New Year's Eve. I was alone. I just wanted to go and have my own piece. That's when the Shark Tank was launched, right? We were with lot of stress, receiving lot of calls, lot of mails, replying to them, lot of people connecting, meetings and all. I one fine I thought like I badly need a break, so I'll just go have one pizza, have one milkshake, and get back to the work on the New Year's Eve. So I
okay.
went there, and all of a sudden I was having and enjoying my own peace by listening music. A lady came and sat with me. Like she ate, like she took my time for 45 minutes. She was like, okay, even I'm diabetic. My father is diabetic. My brother-in-law is diabetic. Fine, listening stories is fine, but at some
Mm,
point of time, it also irritates you a lot, to be frank. But entrepreneurship has taught me a lot of patience. As Arun sir know me as old Varshitha, if someone could have tell me about their introduction only, I'll just shout at the moment. Like, does it
yeah.
really matter to me? But now I'm sitting patiently,
Mm,
listening to people. As I told that earlier, it taught me finance. Now the patience. I'm just learning each and everything in this journey. So that's
yes.
at least happy, which I couldn't have learned in all these 3 years. I'm just learning in days or months.
Excellent, excellent answer, Varshitha. Because when you say like about people really hide about diabetes right now because they think like that some kind of sympathy will be there for it, and a lot of restrictions will be there even when they are attending the relatives' marriage or something like that. I've seen many uncles and aunties, they won't touch the sweets, and if they're willing to do also, someone will be there to restrict a particular thing, and it's a kind of mess that already been created. But I'm very proud that someone spoke to you about 45 minutes about all the history, but that's really a great kind of opportunity because she had a great trust on you. Might be
It's not only that, it may be the people we hang around, right? I got
yes,
that trust because you people never judged me because I'm diabetic. So I used to hang with the people in AKC. I used to hang with the people in college, but no one judged me that I'm just diabetic, or they never treated me as a different kind of person. You gave me
yes,
all your support. Even you say that, Varshita, you have this chocolate, but have it in a limit way. You never told that don't eat this, don't eat that. Let's eat
yes.
that. Let's see later. So, that kind of support is what a person need. It's not about
Mm,
just saying no, don't have this. It's about like,
yes,
yeah, have this, but don't have it much. You know what happens next, right?
obviously, yes,
So,
yes.
hanging with the kind of people also gives you a lot of freedom, changes your mindset, makes you
Mm.
open.
Very nice, Varshitha. Because every time we are having this kind of interview sessions, we are just amazed that you share your new experiences, because this is not the old Varshitha that again telling the same stories, because this is a kind of Varshitha who exploring the territories and boundaries, pushing the limits and learning a lot. And you should you I'm really proud that you learned about patience. So patience is excellent. Okay. The final question, as an incubator, we are also growing. Okay, from DST NewGen IEDC to we are pushing our limits to a TBI. So, what do you think that from as an incubator previous in a incubator, like what do you think that what sort of advice from your side to a teacher, to a incubator I'm talking about,
Okay.
as an incubator to an incubator. So what do you think, like, okay, this would be really nice, one piece of advice that you want to give it to the incubator to in order to motivate either it to motivate students or any aspect. I'm not telling like a particular thing. So what do you think that any kind of advice that you want to give to us?
Uh, I don't think it's an advice, but it's just an suggestion. So one, never limit ourselves to the particular sector that we only want to invest on this sector. We don't want to go to this sector because it's risky. But sometimes the riskiest one can be the best one, right? So one, never, stop or have your limits and boundaries for one sector. And the second thing is, it's not about only students. I think the incubators also need to perform the need assessment of the problem when the student applies for the grant. Giving money is fine, but giving money for the solution, which even doesn't in the case of need, is completely unworthy. There can be something, some other solution, there can be some other alternative which was in a position of not getting money, but it solves the real problem. So incubators also need to do a need assessment apart from the people who are applying for.
Yes, Varshitha. Actually, from the next batch of NewGen IEDC, we do evolve, Varshitha. Like, we conduct a lot of customer discovery labs, as you said, lot of, usually the students, they will come up with an idea and they love their idea. And at the point of time, they won't do the, problem validation also.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So we are.
I come to know is, as I told initially, I thought I need to make a wearable. But unless I spoke to a 70-year-old man, I never came to know that people doesn't wear two wearables, right? People are already wearing one watch for the time, just for the time purpose. But then how can I just think people will wear one more watch just for monitoring their blood glucose levels? That's what I tell. While you started growing up, you'll get a lot of perspectives from a lot of people. I don't say that you need to consider all the 1,000, but consider what matters you most. Yes.
Because once you start thinking about the customer point of view, you should not love the idea, because when you love the idea, you would have stick on to the wearable, right? So when you explore the territory, then asked about value the customer suggestions, and that is really important. Take home for the our future entrepreneurs. So Varshitha, we really thank you for your time to spend and explained beautifully about your experience with starts from your pre-incubation stage to till now after Shark Tank. Okay, so I hope like in our next interviews and next sessions will be like a future unicorn session. Like we really wish you to see in the Unicorn Club. Okay, so that was really amazing. And because India is a land of opportunity right now, most of the startups are doing great, and they are also came from scratch and they presented, they pitched, and then they are growing a lot. And maybe that that moment will come immediately when you launch your product. It will be a really great thing. We are also waiting for your product, Varshitha. Whatever help that which is needed for Chennai sector, like we are ready to help you, Varshitha, regarding this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for having me on today. And I can proudly say that, you guys and AKC have changed me like this. The old me, how angry bird I was.
Yeah, no, not only the angry bird part. Okay, the angry bird part is a little bit. We know a Varshitha who is a doer. Who's a doer? Like even yesterday we had a session with our UG students. There we just said said about you as an example. You usually you do with the fabrication lab and all, you work it, right? Drilling, cutting, and then grinding. So like that is what a good learner should be. Actually, this is not out of interest. Out of interest is something different. Like you are really ready to grinding and drilling is not out of your interest. You just want to complete that particular task. That is really amazing. Yeah, that's how gender equality is not there at that time, right? When people used to call you like, hey, Varshitha, they used to call you, right?
Yes, sir. In fact, they never used to call me like Varshitha, right? You never treated me like a woman. You always used to treat me like, bro, you come. You never treated me like women. To be frank, I was boy among the boys over there.
Yes, yes.
So even now the Rizwan sir calls me as Reddy Paya. He never says me as a girl. So
So
yeah,
gender
that kind
equality
of
is
gender
already there in the
equality is
campus.
important in the workspace.
Okay, yeah. So thank you so much, Varshitha, for your time. And I really hope, wish your partner too, because he's also doing a lot of work. And
Yes, sir.
you're great. You're doing great. You are in the right path. And we will meet us in the next interview as in future unicorns, soon to be unicorns.
Wish to, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Varshitha.
Thank you.